right. So, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I wear metal and go through a metal detector, it obviously goes off. But my favorite part about metal detectors is I have a metal plate and 5 screws inside of me. So I always hope that I go off because I think it would be really fun to have them search me and just say, oh, the metal's inside of me. But so during my senior year in high school, I unfortunately broke my left clavicle, my left collarbone, for the second time in that year, and I completely destroyed my bone, so I had to get a metal plate and 5 screws inserted. It's pretty cool. I can feel it. So during a very negative time in my life, I learned that finding positive aspects in situations, cracking jokes, and embracing that every day life keeps going can bring me and anyone out of a dark place. So I'm a little too familiar with broken bones, but this was a new experience for me because I've never had to have surgery or a cast before. So during a preseason soccer game in December 15th, I know the exact day, unfortunately a freshman girl accidentally tripped me perfectly and you heard 3 cracks and I was on the ground, headed to the hospital right away. And I felt a lot of hate and anguish because it was my senior year and I knew I was going to have to be bed rested, and I knew it was bad because I have it on video. You hear the 3 cracks from all the way back at the stands, just 1, 2, 3. Sorry, but so had a lot of hate, and that's what it made my 6-month recovery a very hard process. But in the hospital with my parents the night I broke it, my mom told me, Lindsay, what happened 2 days ago? And I go, I got an early decision at Cal Poly. And so that moment changed my whole recovery time because the first time I broke my collarbone, I was very angry because I just had to do nothing because they wanted me to heal it normally. And so then this time I knew I had to actually go to physical therapy and be bed rested, and my mom and everyone in the hospital and all my doctors did a very nice job of keeping me positive in the situation. I also learned that cracking jokes is a very healthy way of staying positive. My dad calls me a robot or the bionic woman because of my metal, and every time I go to the airport, I always make a joke about going off in the metal detector. And so I'm proud of my scar, and I love showing it to people and having people feel it, and I just remember that every day when I was going through recovery, I was so excited to wake up the next day because I knew I would be already having less pain and doing better, and I would be closer to being fully recovered. And so because of all that, I realized that everyone in life has their own battle scars, or what I like to call them, and I love seeing people's scars and imagining the stories behind it. And so I learning to find positive outcomes, cracking jokes, and that every day is a new day makes for a good life. And so I love my medal. Yeah.
Okay. Lindsay, how did that go?
I was a tad bit nervous. But, yeah.
Let's talk about your nervousness for a second. What was it?
Sorry, I held them all in.
That's okay. No, go for it. I know what that's like. What were you nervous about?
I don't know. I was just a tad bit nervous. I could feel my voice shaking a tad bit. Yeah.
Okay. It's worth exploring for yourself. Like, what is it about this that's making you nervous? Is it message? Is it people? Is it me?
Probably people.
Okay. So we're here to help. We're not here to hurt. And we want to hear what you have to say because it's pretty important because you're standing up there. So maybe perhaps think about what you can